Hi everybody, I'm going to do these two videos real quick before I forget to do them. So, okay, Y&R is good. I don't know. It's kind of like the transition period before you see new couples. Okay, couples I'm talking about are Summer Chance and Daniel and Heather, I guess. And also Chelsea, Billy and Chelsea happen to be there too. Because for some reason, although I don't remember the origin, um, Chelsea and Summer are best friends, really close friends. I don't know. I think it's because Summer was going through a hard time with the separation between her and Kyle, and she needed someone to talk to, and Chelsea just happened to be there, and Chelsea was like, "Okay, what do you need help? Do you need me to? Do you need to talk or something?" So she just told her everything, and then from then on, they were friends. Um, I mentioned this because Chelsea was talking to Summer and saying, "Oh, so is there something new with you and Chance?" And she's like a schoolgirl, like, "Yeah, maybe," like all excited. But she said, "Yeah, but I don't really want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it, that kind of thing." So then at the same time, Billy and Chance happened to be talking, I guess, at the bar a little bit. And so Chance told Billy that he really does care for Summer, or that there's something there. So that's cool. And they already have the banter that young people have, because they kind of challenge each other, but not in the way that you think. They were talking about dinner or like food, and so he's like, you know, we should do a contest about eating so much something. I don't know. And she said, "Oh, you don't want to do that. I could win." So that's something you do when you like somebody and when you know somebody well enough to say that kind of thing. So they're already at that level. Um, okay. As for the Daniel Heather thing, Daniel, I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to characterize this correctly. Daniel didn't do the right thing because I think that you should, if you want to be with somebody else, you should break up with the person that you're with before you do anything. He didn't quite do that. He already slept with Heather while still with Lily. Now, the awkward part, besides that, is Devon and Abby happen to be having dinner at the restaurant, and they see Daniel and Heather from across the whatever, and they see the body language, and he says before she says anything, Devon says to Abby, "Does that look like the body language of people that are just friends?" And Abby quickly pipes up, "No, I see it too. But we can't assume anything." So then here's the awkward part. Besides that, too. I mean, this was awkward city all over the place. Okay, so there's that awkward moment, followed by Daniel telling Heather, "Okay, I want to be with you, but I have to tell Lily and break it off with Lily first, or I wouldn't feel right." Okay. Then we get the separation where Daniel tells Devon everything I just said. And just so happens Abby talks to Heather and puts a little doubt in her mind, I think, because when they come back together, Heather isn't as happy as she was in the beginning. Um, but yeah, so it's just awkward all over the place. And then Abby said the best thing you can say. I think it's their decision to work out, their problem to work out. And I understand that you're her brother and protective, but it's her situation. So I think that was the best thing to say. However, I don't like the way the whole thing was handled because that makes me think about You know how some people are really protective? Like, women are really protective over their guy. Okay? This is the reason why. Because we have people like this who go after people after they clearly stated they're in a relationship, they like somebody, whatever. They still go after them. That's not right. It's not right. Okay? If you wanted to break them up, then at least have Lily be in the picture. And then slowly, not slowly, but like break up. You know what I mean? Not this way. Not this way. Because if Lily comes back, all right, if Lily comes back and he tells her everything and whatever, and then she has some commitment and some issues after that, I don't blame her because what? You can't even leave? Like, you can't even go out of town and trust your partner not to do anything when you're not there. You should have trust. If you don't have trust, you don't have anything. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like cliche, whatever. I don't, but it's true. This soap opera, this thing, the storyline is not conducive to that, you know? Anyway, so that was pretty much it, I believe. I mean, I gave you 3 good storylines. So yeah. Oh, Audra, forgot. Nate and Audra are at the bar. And, or, I don't know, somewhere where you can have lunch too. Because Nate happens to spot Audra and says, "Are you having lunch?" And she says, "Well, as long as it's liquid." And so he's like, "What's going on?" So then she tells him that her plan, okay, her quote unquote plan to run Jabot didn't work out. And he says very clearly, "You really thought that you had a chance to run Jabot? Really?" And she said, "Yeah, why not?" And whatever. And then she's trying to plead her case. And he says, "Well, um, you know, it's Jabot. Well, number one is Jabot. Number two, your scheming thing isn't gonna work. All the normal things." And then here's the catcher though. Beside all that, well, if you wanted to know who Audra is, I used to think that she was, sexy, spice, all that stuff. Okay, she is, but she's also manipulative and very, and her motives are very clear because in that whole hour, because they were talking about like 45 minutes, okay, in the whole 45 minutes, they're a good distance apart from each other, whatever. In the last 5 minutes, her face gets this close to his face. Okay. Number one, apparently you move on really quickly. Number two, apparently you have no shame. Okay, because let's look at the trajectory here. She went from Tucker from before, because I told you there was a vibe there. Okay. Tucker from before to Kyle, who she's the cause of the whole separation of the marriage. Okay, now she got rid of Kyle because of whatever, because of Nikki and all the rest of it. Okay, I'm not gonna rehash. Then she gets rid of Tucker because apparently she says she wants to remove the toxicity in her life. And now she's moving on to Nate. In like what? 2 days? 3 days? Okay, you have a really high, uh, like either a really high libido or a really high uh, ability to turn things around really quick. I don't think even I move that fast. Okay, so let's calm down a little bit. You know, I don't know. I tell you, all these people, women who have the good girl image, there's some bad stuff underneath that good girl image. Ugh. And I told you, well, I should have told you, I think, that, what's her name? Audra was trying to be too good with Nikki a couple of days ago. And I said, there's something to that. Yep. No matter what, you can't change someone's core. I'm sorry, you can't. Ugh. All right. Bye, guys.